Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We haven't really done much in creatures yet, so I figured we'd start on having some creatures. This one is kind of a hard one to try and piece together. We have reference towards it in that I don't have any pictures of it. I do have stats for it, but I don't. Looking on Wikipedia, just doing a quick search, there is no true story of this without bringing in a Sith Lord named Seves Va. He was a male Sith Lord and powerful member of the Lord Scree Khan's Brotherhood of Darkness during the late movements of the New Sith Wars. A scholar, Va took particular interest in or alchemic practices of long dead Sith Lord Naga Shadow, and dreamed of resurrecting his lost Sith Academy. Va hoped to create a storehouse filled with the most insidious Sith spawn pulled from the recesses of the dark side of the Force. To that end, the Sith Lord began conducting a series of experiments, hoping to devise monsters with which he could battle the Jedi. An early experiment of Va's took place on the world later known as Abdullah. I'm going to mess this up. Abdullah 3. Um, Taking a local lizard, Va used his powers to mutate the animal, giving it the rise to a gargantuan size, conditioned to go berserk at the sight of a Jedi lightsaber. The experiment was unstable, however, and Va had to store it in suspended animation. Below Abdullah three's surface, I just can't speak very well this morning, for future study. The Sith Lord subsequently perished during the Rusan campaign in about 1000 BBY. That also saw the deaths of the other members of the Brotherhood of Darkness. His Abdulian Behemoth caused a great deal of carnage a millennia later when it wreaked havoc on the villagers of Okora. Ancora? Something like that. Again, another name I have a hard time trying to pronounce. So that is the backstory we have for the creature today. Unfortunately, I don't have any actual pictures of this. It is essentially a mutated gargantuan sized lizard. So I would say probably along the lines of um, a craft dragon or something similar to that. Uh, so we'll just kind of go from there. So the best we have for stats is what we have right here, the Abdulan Behemoth. So this is a dark side experiment type creature. Planet of origin is again Abdullah 3. Has a dexterity of 1D. It does have an energy beam of 3D. So apparently it can shoot energy. Almost sounds like a Godzilla in a way. Almost like somebody had the idea of Godzilla. Perception of 1D plus 1 has a search of 2D plus 2. A strength of 11D and brawling of 13 plus 2. So, um, you know, I'm we don't have the other three stats listed here, but we'll just kind of go from here. Special abilities does a strength, has a bite, does a strength plus 2D plus 2 damage. So that means it would be what, a 13 plus 2 um, bite. Has a punch of would be a 12D damage. Energy beam, again, it sounds very much like a Godzilla type creature. So you could throw Godzilla in for that for that purpose. A 4D damage range goes 20, then 40, then 80 meters. So it's not extremely long, but it is out there. Has dark vision. The behemoth can see up to 20 meters away in complete darkness. Lightsaber vulnerability. Damage rolls from lightsaber attacks are doubled against the behemoth. In other words, It's really weak against lightsabers. In addition, any lightsaber attack roll where the wild die results in a 6 causes the creature to explode in, or if a wounded or better result is achieved. If the behemoth explodes, all targets within 20 meters take 40 of energy damage. Oh, that would be horrible. Okay, and it has a move of 6. So remember, our standard galactic beings have a move of 10. So you can easily outrun this. It's not very fast, but it is just one of those things of I feel sorry for anyone that actually destroys this and they're in close range because I think you're just going to take a good amount of damage. It's not, you know, most not non-player characters would probably have a big chance of perishing, but hopefully, if you're a higher level, um, that's not going to be too big of a concern. It's interesting just coming up with how you know we bring in to games like this ideas from other genres. And it's been done before. We have the Zillow Beast from Dave Filoni and George Lucas in doing the Clone Wars, which is essentially like a Godzilla type couple episodes. Yeah, and it's fun to be able to take something we love and then throw something else in there. And that's where I've always said I'd love to really mash up all the different science fiction stuff together. We could always repurpose it, have ships a little different size here or there or whatever the case may be, just to throw it in there in another sense. It's there, but it's not quite the same. Uh, but for those reasons. And this is a good example of someone taking a trope that we're used to, bringing it into Star Wars, and giving it a purpose here. So, uh, hopefully, you find this a little bit humorous and a little bit more expanding because we really have not hit creatures as of yet. So we're going to start adding creatures into our lineup as well. So, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for visiting. It's always wonderful having you stop by. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.